So now, if we take a look at our room, we want the arrow, let's say we want the arrow to just shoot over here, okay? And what we want to do is we want just a inconsistent stream of arrows shooting across, not a consistent pattern, so that'd be easy to detect, but kind of a varying instance of arrows shooting across the screen here. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to make note of our x and y coordinates, right? So let's say we want the arrow to start right here. If you take a look down here, x and y, when I place my cursor in the upper right hand corner, you can tell that it is 576, and I'm actually writing this down on a sheet of paper so that I know, and 32y. All right, that'll come into play in a second. So what we need to do, so with our cursor placed over here, this is the exact location where we want to start the arrow to shoot over to the left, okay? So to do that, let's go to runner, and we're going to go to add an event, and this time we want a step. And when you go to step, let's just check regular step. And so from here, we want to go to control and test chance. And then when it says test chance, it says how many sides. The larger the number, the less frequent the arrow will appear. All right. If I do 10, the arrow is going to shoot pretty consistently, or very, very often. So let's do 20, 25. Hit OK. So 1 out of 25 times an arrow will be shot, and we need to define that an arrow is going to be shot. So we go to main, and we go to create an instance. So when this happens, when 1 out of 25 chances happen, we're going to create an instance. And we need to define which one we want. And we click right here. We go to arrow, and we want the arrow to pop up. And this time, where it says X and Y, we are going to put 576. That's why I wrote it down. And 32 for the Y value. And then you're going to hit OK. All right. Now the last thing we need to do, actually, let's test it. Click OK. And let's test it. And so now arrows are coming out, and you can see, whoa, that is kind of hard. You can see that arrows are coming, and if I make contact with the arrow, it should end the game. Perfect. Okay. One last thing we want to do with that arrow is when they're firing off the screen, let's see, we want to make sure that we kill the instance when it comes off the screen. That's just going to make the game a little bit more efficient, and not a good idea to get in, or a good habit to get into, is when the arrow goes off the screen, we want to make sure that we erase it. So to do that, let's go to arrow, let's go to add an event, and then let's go to other, and then when you say outside room, so when it goes outside the room, we are going to kill the instance. Okay, so under main one, let's go to destroy instance, and self is fine. Hit OK. Hit OK. So now, even though you won't see anything, it won't remember that an arrow is continuing off the screen. So it'll just basically delete the arrow right after the screen, right after it exits the screen which we want. All right.